dare.
Hi, kids.
Hi, kids. All right, so keeping in line with the book review idea, I'm going to do a book review on Water for Elephants. So doing this series is actually going to help me to read more, because I do often read a lot. For some reason I haven't been reading a lot lately. I've been trapped in YouTube. I keep making videos that I don't post and watching videos over and over all night and staying up late. So anyway, we're gonna start reading more, and we're gonna have a little book club. So Water for Elephants, they made a movie out of it. It's got what's his name? Robert Pattinson and Reese Witherspoon, who I love. I love Reese Witherspoon. So anyway, that's why this copy is actually it's kind of like the movie cover, because this is like after the book. The movie's based on the book though, obviously. So anyway, I actually watched the movie first, and then I got the book because I just kind of stumbled across the book. So I read the book, and in my very first book review, did I call this a movie review at the beginning? Oh, it's going to be funny. I hope I did. In my very first book review, I mentioned that Rifles for Waddy was my favorite book for like 15 years.
Yes.
That was until this book came along. This is now my favorite book. It is amazing. And if you see the movie, it is also amazing. I guess I could do a movie review of that next. But the book is honestly, like, the movie is great, don't get me wrong, but the book is better because there's just more information in the book, and there's a character in the movie that, it's actually two characters in the book, which I think makes a little more sense. It makes more sense in the movie for it to be one character, but it makes more sense in the book for it to be two characters. So basically what happens is, the guy that plays the character that Robert Pattinson plays, he's like, he's not like poor, or at least he doesn't know he is. His parents are both doctors, and are vets, and he's going to school for veterinarian school. Well, when he goes to take his final exams to like get his license and stuff, his parents are in a car accident and they die. And so the practitioner comes in and calls him out of his exams and is like, your parents are dead. Well, then it turns out that his dad like mortgaged the business, mortgaged the house, like everything to put him and pay for university, which he had no idea. So he's homeless, he's completely broke, and he didn't get to finish school. So am I boring you?
No.
So he ends up just hoofing it, and he like jumps a train, and it turns out to be a circus train. So he gets on the circus and sort of like just lucks into getting on the right cart at the right time, and they kind of get him in, and he starts working there, and you know, starts working as a vet and stuff. And without giving away too much of the movie, the guy that runs the circus is just like a really bad guy, and like if he can't afford to pay the wages, then he just starts throwing people off the train, like to their death, literally. And then he gets an elephant. It's going to be his big thing. This is going to bring all the people back to the circus. He gets this elephant, but he's like really, really abusive to the elephant because he can't get the elephant to do what he wants. Well, as it turns out, since Robert Pattinson is a Polak, which I did not mention, I am sorry, he speaks Polish, obviously, and the elephant's original trainer was Polish, so all of his commands are in Polish. Did that hurt? I'm sorry.
I'd kiss it if it wasn't a foot.
So all of his commands, it's a girl, all of her commands are in Polish. So Robert Pattinson then becomes like the one that saved the circus because he's able to get the elephant to do all these things. Also at the same time, he falls in love with the guy's wife, and the guy like beats crap out of his wife, so she runs away with him, and then he finds him and everything else. So it's like 5 stories in one. It's like from here coming up, what do you call it? Like Cinderella story, where you're like, oh, from rags to riches. Yeah, so it's like rags to riches, but then it's also like a love story, but then it's also like this horrible drama where like they're killing people, and the bad guy and the good guy's gonna win, hopefully, but then he doesn't, and then it's so many stories wrapped into one. But it's a really, really good book. The only negative about this book is, is that when you start reading it, it's really, really hard to put it down. I read this entire book in a day and a half. Meaning that I started reading it before I went to bed one night, and then I didn't go to bed. And I was like, it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon the next day, and I was done. So, I can't breathe today. So I'm sorry this is so long, but yes, definitely buy this book. It's really, really good. Or go to your library. You can probably check it out at the library. It's really good. I like it, and the counselor gives it 2 thumbs up.
And a toe.
The council has spoken. Bye, kids.